Okay, so you know what? We can spin back around. What was the thing we were supposed to talk? Oh, NRA.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So was this? We cannot talk about it, or we can
No,
talk about it.
we can talk about it. We can talk about it.
So what did you do? What did you do,
What did
VSO?
I do? I posted a photo right when they it was a mock-up of one of the photos they published, and it was of an individual um, who had who was drawing their firearm and had their finger inside the trigger guard. This individual is a combat wounded veteran. His hand was destroyed by shrapnel and it was reconstructed. You know, all that jazz. There's a whole backstory to this whole thing, but
Mm-hmm.
um, my issue that I cited in the photograph or the meme actually that I made,
Mm-hmm.
um, was not with him, right? That dude's still doing it, right? Even though he got his hand blown off, right? Like,
Mm-hmm.
more power to you, bro.
Right.
More stones than I got. My problem was with the NRA and the whole support structure that photo had to go through before it was published by the NRA.
Which, because it's supposed to be against their own rules.
Huh?
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Because that technically would be against their own rules of safety.
Yeah. So it's a photo that shows somebody, and remember, a photo's worth 1,000 words, right? A picture's worth 1,000 words, and a video's worth even more because it's a bunch of photos, right?
Right.
But you have a snapshot in time of an individual that the layperson may or may not know this person's background or anything like that. They see this guy pulling this pistol from the holster with his finger in the trigger guard, right? That sends all kinds of bad messages, and it's not his fault, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why? The questions we have to ask are, one, who's the photographer? Why did it leave? Why did that image even leave his camera, let alone get downloaded to his machine? Who edited the photo, right? Who commissioned the photo to see to get it put on the carry guard thing, right? How many levels of bureaucracy did that go through?
Oh, so this is recent. It's part of the whole carry guard thing?
Yeah, it's part of the whole carry guard thing.
Okay.
And it's all centered around how many people at the National Rifle Association dropped the ball before this photograph had to be published, right? And it wasn't just me that said stuff, but I think that I probably got the most hits on my photo.
Well, there's a couple of things here that we should unpack. There's a couple of things.
Yeah. Take it away, bro.
Yeah. So, one, this happens a lot with the NRA, right? I mean, they're a very big organization. They've got people doing, like real professionals. They're not like us, who we go over everything, and we still have mistakes to go out there, I'm sure. I know I do. But, they're a really big organization. A lot of things they just leave up to people. And yes, there's probably should be someone who's screening all of that. But they're just doing so much stuff that it gets by them, I think. Look at what happened. Did you go to NRA? Did I see you out there?
I did.
Yeah, I think I saw you there.
Yeah, we were there. Yeah.
Yes, I was hanging out with you. I remember that.
Yeah, we were at we touched base at Eric's event.
Yes, right. You and I were hanging out at the Iraq veteran thing after that. So, do you remember the whole thing that happened with the USCCA that they disinvited them?
Yeah.
Like right before the show.
Yeah.
And then
I'm waiting for the NRA to disinvite me to their show before the next one.
When you show up there, they're gonna be like, there's gonna be a big sign.
Well, I'm a life member, so even if they bar me, as media, right, I still have my life membership. So
no, there's no way. If they listen, okay, first of all, we're just joking around, but in all seriousness, if you go, because the next one's where is it? In Texas somewhere, Dallas. Yeah. So the next one in Dallas, if you're there and they don't let you in, you have to let all of us know.
Oh yeah. I will.
Yeah, let all of us know.
That will be news. That would be news.
Yeah, absolutely. Immediately let all of us know, because that will be a thing. But the fact that they disinvited those guys, I think, was a very bad PR move on their part. And I wonder who really okayed that. Like you're saying with this photo, who okayed to go? Yeah, a couple of days before this thing, when everyone's like, we've had these guys come out to this show all this time, a couple of days before this, we're going to disinvite their asses, and then we'll put out our own thing.
Yeah. And it was,
and then gun guys will love that.
It's purely because it's a competitive thing. USCCA's product directly competes, and if you ask a couple lawyers too, probably out-competes the NRA carry guard in many ways.
Yeah, no, I get that it's a competition thing, and they obviously have the right to do that, but it's still a dick move.
It's totally a dick move.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, you don't do that to other gun guys. We are standing on an island surrounded by enemies.
Yeah, you don't start kicking people off the island just because they spit in your soup.
Normally, somebody smack talking me isn't something I really pay a whole lot of attention to. As an internet personality, a content creator on the internet, it's kind of something that goes with the territory. You just learn to get a thick skin. It's not really a big deal. But when 3 different individuals on 3 separate occasions have brought something to me within an organization that I am a member, it's a little bit different, and it becomes something a little bit bigger, something that's noteworthy. So I could go on a tirade about how the National Rifle Association has been degrading over the last decade, or that they continue to alienate their base through divisive actions like the USCCA thing, or just mistakes like this particular instance in question. I could do that, but I don't think that is really productive or would serve any purpose whatsoever. So rather than doing that, what I would rather do is extend an olive branch to the National Rifle Association and say, look, you clearly do not have anybody competent looking at the type of content that you're putting out, right? Nobody, at least that has any idea what they're talking about, is looking at the content before you put it out. I'm offering you guys, if you're a person at the National Rifle Association in a position of power, I'm offering to do this for you. Not only will I review the stuff before it goes out, but I will also pass it around to my greater network and get their opinion on it to make sure that mistakes like this don't happen again. I want this organization, again, that I am a part of, to be powerful and strong. And right now, it's just not there. If you guys want to see more from this interview with Hank, be sure to check the description box down below. We had a great chat that night. It was a lot of fun, and I hope to get over there to be on his show again. This interview was just full of lots of stuff, and this is just an excerpt from it. So special thanks to Hank for having us on, and thanks for watching the VSO Gun Channel. Hopefully we'll see you guys on a future video. Thanks to all our Patreon supporters, and thank you to all you guys who put us where we are.